Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. Happy Halloween. It's Thursday, October 31st, 2019. I love Halloween. It's probably my favorite holiday. I like to dress up. We get to actually dress up at work, which is really kind of cool. And last year, I was like in the middle of my third trimester, so I couldn't fit in anything. So I actually dressed up as a guy with a beer belly. I actually did makeup on my face that makes it look like I had facial hair. It was so convincing. I actually we had a contest. We had a costume contest at work. I actually won that for like the first year ever. My boss was always doing a double take. She was just like, "Oh my god!" It was really really funny. But I would like forget when I would go to the bathroom. I would forget that I had dressed up as a guy, and like I would see myself in the mirror. I was like, "Oh shit!" So yeah, good times. Love Halloween. So happy Halloween, guys. I'm gonna do a energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. Sorry, my hair is just like, you know what? Screw it. I don't even care at this point. Alright, so believe it or not, there is success coming in these connections, guys. Things are moving the way that they should. So I feel like a lot of Divine Feminines are definitely in this state of surrender, if not full surrender, at least understanding what surrender means. And moving forward are acting accordingly. Basically, they're focusing on themselves. They're focusing on their mission, and really I feel like a brand new, and this is interesting that this also came out, brand new understanding of the journey, and Divine Masculine also kind of understanding what's happening. It goes back and forth with them a lot, but definitely a brand new understanding of the journey and what it means and what the purpose of it is. And a lot of Divine Feminines are definitely returning their obedience to it. They're returning their obedience to the divine and to their mission and their life purpose and living their authentic path, right? So standing in their truth, understanding, what the balance aspect means, coming into balance within themselves, and, understanding that their inner guidance is the most important guidance they will receive, and they're following that. And it's leading to good things, right? It's leading to, the inner love that, we've been seeking, the idea that you don't need someone else to complete you. You are complete within yourself, right? And that you are worthy of everything that you receive. You are worthy of the gifts you've received from God or the universe or whatever it is you believe in, right? And I think this is being brought home to Divine Masculine. I really do feel they're understanding this a little bit better because they've been in this energy of just complete and utter despair. They don't feel worthy of anything, because nothing in their lives seems to be panning out, but they're understanding a little bit more that in order to make changes, they have to move. They have to move. It's not enough just to be resolved to move. They have to actually take those steps to move forward. And Divine Feminine's already been doing this. And so a lot of them are looking at Divine Feminine doing her thing, standing in her truth, living her authentic path, and they're like, okay, well, I guess it's time for me to move now. Like, right? Game, set, match, right? So they're moving forward. They're trying to find that fulfillment. And a lot of them, again, recognizing that their fulfillment is not where they are. That there is a higher path. There is a purpose for their life. They're not just stuck in this mundane, humdrum, endless karmic cycles that keep them unhappy. There is something higher than them that is calling them into action. And so I do feel that there will be some movement with some Divine Masculines here within the next month or so. And Divine Feminine, just remember that movement looks different to every set of twins. So movement doesn't necessarily mean they're going to come rushing in and say, yeah, I get it. But, there is going to be some sort of movement with Divine Masculines here in the next 30 days or so. Okay, so just be prepared, and it could be triggering, okay? So looking at Divine Masculine, yeah, definitely, again, decision time. The decision is before them. It's kind of like, you know, like that giant game of chess. And Divine Feminine is just kind of like, it's your move, bro. Right? But the Divine also coming in and showing them, yeah, it's your move. You need to move. And a lot of them, again, are understanding that in order to move forward out of where they're stuck, they need to take it in hand, and they need to make a firm decision on what exactly they're going to do, what they're reaching for, understanding that that fulfillment is not where they are, you know, because they've been getting tower moments, they've been getting triggers, they've been getting signs, like everything that the Divine can possibly throw at them is being thrown at them, you know, and they're just like, oh my God, I don't know what's happening, you know, freaking out. But, you know, at the same time, it's like all of these aha moments, all of the syncs are making sense, all of the signs are making sense, the dreams that they're having are making sense, you know, and I do feel the dreams are really amped up here. I said that yesterday. It's like the Divine's trying to come in and show the twins something that they're missing. So definitely keep that in mind if you're having really vivid dreams, lucid dreams, things like that. More than likely is not actually a dream, okay? And if you're getting dreams like this, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, if you're getting dreams like this, especially ones that don't make sense, I know I've had a few, write them down. Then you can interpret later, because a lot of times they don't make sense in your waking life until you sit there and think about it, because a lot of times those messages come in the form of metaphor, and like innuendo and things like that you have to kind of read between the lines. And I will say that I had a trigger last night before I went to bed. I received a message, which was pretty intense. So you may be receiving messages like this in the 5D. Just keep that in mind, and they may trigger you, okay? But Divine Masculine is definitely triggered. He's triggered to move forward. He doesn't like where he's at. And again, I do feel a lot of you will be getting communication of some kind very, very soon. Just keep in mind, again, it may be triggering, so just open yourself up to that. And understand that the triggers are good things, and that they bring to surface the things that need to be healed. So don't be afraid of the triggers if they do come, but I do feel a lot of sexual energy also in the air, you know, with the twins. But yeah, these triggers, these signs, these synchronicities, the new understanding of the journey, it's brought a lot of anxiety to Divine Masculine, a lot of sleepless nights. I feel like some of them are actually afraid to go to sleep. Because they're afraid of what they're going to see. Because, like I said, the dreams and everything have been really amped up. So some of them are probably actually afraid to go to sleep. Okay? So Divine Feminine, you know, if you're feeling this from your Divine Masculine, if you're feeling anxiety and that sort of thing, remember to ground yourself, okay? And send back positivity. Alright? But I do feel a lot of Divine Masculine is very anxious. Right? Because they're anxious for this happiness that they feel like is not something they can achieve, but they can. It's like the Divine's trying to show them how to. They're just, they know they need to move. And a lot of them have been stuck in this energy of they know they need to move, they're just not doing it. But now it's like this push to move. Like you're going to move whether you like it or not. The universe is going to come in and do this, you know, and show you where you need to move. But if you don't do it yourself, it's going to be a lot harder when the universe does it, right? Because a lot of these Divine Masculines have been very, very resistant. So, you know, and a lot of them are still viewing Divine Feminine this way. You know, so Divine Feminine, need to watch that resting Queen of Swords face. Okay? Watch your energies. Make sure you're putting out positivity, okay? And make sure you're putting down your shield. Now, if you feel like you put up your shield for a reason, like there was toxicity and that sort of thing, that's up to you. Setting your boundaries is good. You want to set healthy boundaries, but again, you don't want to be so defensive that you don't see something that's coming that could be a good thing. Alright, so a lot of Divine Masculine still viewing Divine Feminine this way here, and they're afraid to come in, okay? And it's part of what's leading to the anxiety, part of what's leading to the fear, is they're afraid that whatever it is they come forward with is not going to be received by Divine Feminine. Okay? When in reality, let's be honest, Divine Feminine pretty much take Divine Masculine the way he is. Okay, so Divine Feminine, yeah, look at that. Movement, forward movement. Divine Feminine, full speed ahead. Alright, she's doing her thing. She's feeling good. And I know Divine Feminine it's kind of like Divine Masculine. They've been in these spurts. Like, they're good and then they're not good, but it's like full speed ahead for Divine Feminine. So that's really good. And I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines, again, ascending. They're going through this ascension process. More information coming from source. They're open to the messages. They're receiving the messages. And they're using them to work on self, right? And that's what you're supposed to do, right? And that's interesting. So Divine Feminine no longer feeling defeated. This really should be upside down. Divine Feminine had been in a defeated energy for a while, but, you know, really breaking out of that, understanding her truth, you know, understanding that she alone can make herself feel stuck. She doesn't want to feel stuck anymore, so she's moving. She's making that forward movement, and it's being mirrored right now. So Divine Feminine's making the movements, Divine Masculine's making the movements. That's how it works, right? And with Divine Feminine, a lot of stuff definitely being illuminated. Even more messages coming, guys. So just be open to those. You're probably seeing a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities every single day. Probably not really quite sure what they mean. Trust me, I had a couple yesterday. I was like, I don't know what this means. So if you're not sure what it means, you know, go within, consult your higher self. Your spirit team will definitely help you interpret what's happening. Open up that third eye so that you can interpret the information you're receiving from your crown chakra. All right, and if there's any darkness in you and everything like that, don't be afraid to face it, guys. It's a part of you. But I do know facing your shadow self can be terrifying. Trust me. But you must face the shadow self in order to come out of it purified, so to speak. Right? So don't be afraid of the shadow aspects, guys. Don't be afraid of them, all right? In a lot of cases, these these epiphanies, these shadow aspects that you face are bringing up even more information that you can use to move forward. And it really does. It lights a fire up under your ass. It's like, oh gosh, okay, I just got that one. So now that I know that that's an issue, I can purge that, and I can take that lesson and move even further in my journey, in my purpose, right? And to help others overcome whatever it is they're facing, right? And helping her step into her Empress power, right? And I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines feeling this today, feeling really in their power, probably more than ever before. Just like, yeah, understanding here, she fills her own cup, but in order to offer it to someone else, you have to fill your own cup. You can't offer somebody an empty cup, right? So filling her own cup so she can offer to someone else. And in this case, it's almost like this is telling me divine purpose. This is telling me your mission here. It's like a lot of Divine Feminine stepping into mission to help someone else, understanding their own truth and helping someone else understand their truth. Okay, so it's like an exchange of energies here. Now, this could be Divine Masculine, but it could also be other Divine Feminines. It could be anybody else who's on this journey. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, so yay. Energy's a lot lighter today, guys. Yesterday was really, really heavy, and I know I wasn't the only one feeling it, but today's a lot lighter, so that's really, really good, right? Thank goodness. Alright, let's get some messages from my counterparts. I got a new message deck that I just kind of incorporated into the other decks. I like mixing them all together because you get a bunch of different messages. But honestly, I may have to stop doing that because the pile's getting too big for me to shuffle. So, alright, hang on. Alright. Yeah, they want to see you happy. Karmic situations. This could be emotional availability as well. Addictions. Whatever the third party is. Doesn't have to be a person. Mm-hmm. 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 Sexual energy, yay. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's get some messages and advice from Source. Wow, there's a lot today. I guess I'm just going to go through them all. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Divine Feminine definitely no longer feeling trapped. Still may be a karmic situation, but not feeling energetically tied to that karmic situation. And once you break that energetic tie, it makes it a lot easier to do it in the 3D, right? To actually move it. Yeah, Divine Feminine, definitely focus on your purpose. And a lot of us have returned our focus to our mission, and that's really good. And I do feel the Divine's trying to come in and show Divine Masculine what his purpose is, because Divine Feminine's been doing her thing. So it's time for Divine Masculine to figure that out, okay? And a lot of them are, you know, and honestly, you know, a lot of people think that you have to do twin flame related stuff, but it doesn't have to be, okay? So just keep that in mind. Yeah, Divine Feminine definitely understanding that her guidance is the best guidance, and she's trying to move forward with that guidance. She's also trying to shine that light. So just keep shining that light for Divine Masculine, okay? Because if you don't, he can't see it. He can't see you. He doesn't know where to go. Alright, so keep your vibration high, guys. Stay out of the... I know this is hard sometimes, but stay out of the sadness, because I do feel that some Divine Masculine is still going through dark night of the soul, absolutely. So make sure you're raising that vibration. Again, showing Divine Masculine how to get out of that energy. Alright. So yeah, remember the purpose of the journey, guys. This is always a reminder here. It's self-love, alright? But your Divine Masculine, or Divine Feminine, whoever you are, your counterpart is watching you, okay? Because you're setting the example. You lead. You always lead, okay? And stop selling yourself short, okay? Stop letting the ego come in and throw illusions your way about your connection, okay? Because, and this has happened to me, okay? The only illusion are self-illusions, right? You have to make sure that you're keeping your ego in check, okay? And I know sometimes the world is full of things that seem like illusion, and it's kind of hard to differentiate what is illusion and what isn't, okay? And that's definitely true. So, but just make sure you're staying grounded, and you'll be shown the truth, okay? Say what you mean what you say. Always speak your truth. Okay? Don't let anybody ever make you doubt yourself. Okay? Stand up for yourself. Set those boundaries. Okay? And I do feel a lot of twins definitely longing today. They're still in this longing energy. But just remember that you are whole. You are whole within yourself. Okay? You are one whole soul. Alright, yeah, sexual energy really, really high, guys. Really high. Keep that in mind. Dark night of the soul, that energy usually comes through. And, yeah, don't let ego mess with you. Okay? You know your truth. You know what's true and what's not. Okay, so stand in that and be proud of your truth. Be proud of who you are. Alright? Alright guys, well thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If this has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.